Welcome to another POV review by Auto.nl. My name is Max and I'm here to tell you about this awesome looking Mercedes AMG GLE 63S Coupe 4Matic. I think it's the longest name we've ever had on a car, but you know, there's a lot of information to tell. So let's start on the outside because it's quite a hate it or love it car. A lot of people think it's quite ugly. Yeah, you have to be into this kind of car. We're here at Gomez Mercedes-Benz and they have very kindly given us this GLE for the day. So we will be doing a couple of videos about this car. So let's start at the front because it's really aggressive. You have this really high nose with all those cooling elements and air ducts in it. From this angle, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. This is just a very aggressive Mercedes AMG SUV with a big hood and those two power domes on the top, with a very narrow window, which makes it kind of like a driving bunker to look at. This is the S version, so we have a different bumper on the front and also on the back, which is just for the S. This S version has 585 horsepower and 760 Newton meters, as opposed to the 558 horsepower and 700 Newton meters for the non-S version, which is also 10,000 euros cheaper here in the Netherlands. We have it in black, as you can see, with 22-inch wheels, which is pretty crazy. And if we take a look at the back, this of course is the controversial part of the car, the way the roof goes down at the end with 4 AMG exhausts. Yeah, you have to like this kind of car to appreciate the craziness of it. But you know, the X6 by BMW was such a success. I think Mercedes thought, well, let's just get into it and build one ourselves. V8 bi-turbo, of course. So let's go for a drive and we'll see what this mastodon is like to drive. So let's start it up. Quite civilized actually. And very light in the steering wheel. So you immediately hear the rumble in the exhaust, and this is still in comfort mode, so I think we will be in for some treats later on. And it's that very typical AMG rumble. Oh man. So while we warm it up, let's take a look at the interior with the Mercedes iPad on the center console, which I'm still not a fan of. Where's my menu? Is this it? Oh. So this is the car settings menu, and you can select all kinds of stuff we have shown you in the past in Mercedes cars. Wow, it's really slow. Well, one good thing about this particular system is that it's a bit less on top of the car. It's a little bit more integrated, so that's good news. We have a very nice wooden steering wheel, very light leather, more black wood on the dashboard. So we can choose dynamic select in this menu to be able to configure the settings for individual modes, and we can select the engine, the suspension and the dampers and the transmission, which is the same as in the GLE 450 AMG we drove, which is now the GLE 43 AMG, to make it all a bit simpler. And we can choose Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus for every setting. We also have these buttons right here for the suspension, the traction control, the transmission manual mode, the ride height, and we have this button which selects the driving modes between individual, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus and sort of a winter setting. So we'll keep it in Comfort right now to warm it up. Oh, that's cool. We have heated seats, ventilated seats, everything is on the dashboard, but I think they got rid of a lot of buttons when they went from the ML to the GLE, because this is quite clean and there's a lot in this system which I'm, as I said, not a big fan of, but the cockpit is really clean, which is pretty nice. And I also really love this wooden steering wheel and this wooden inlay, which is just, it suits this SUV better than some Alcantara over the top steering wheel with carbon fiber and stuff. So I think this fits really well. So one problem I have with this screen and this system is it's not really smooth. It takes a while to load, and this is pretty cool. But we also have this performance dial, which will show you the power you're using and the temperatures of both the oil and the transmission fluid, which is not really that smooth. It's not as smooth as BMW's performance meters are. So in comfort mode, this is really truly comfortable. It's a bit vague in the steering feel. It sounds like a muscle car and it kind of handles like a muscle car. But I think when we switch to Sport Plus in a minute, that will all change. This car, of course, has to compete with the BMW X6M, which is the benchmark in its class. The handling of that car is really insanely good, and this has a different approach. This is just really about the sound and the performance in a straight line, I think. It has 585 horsepower, like I said, and that is 10 more than the BMW X6M. But I don't think this car would be faster in any situation. I think it's louder though. Okay, so everything is warmed up. Let's put it in sport and see what will happen. Or let's just go for Sport Plus, because I think the exhaust will, the valves will open now. And we get some gunshots from the exhaust. That is really cool. Okay, this is insane. That is insanely loud. What were they thinking at AMG? This is just ridiculous. Those bangs on the upshifts are so loud. This is AMG GTS territory. Immediately you feel this is not really a competitor to an X6M when it comes to handling. It's nowhere near as poised and balanced, but it's just, wow, it's fast. It's just pointed at a corner, throw it into it, floor it, and you will get this insane orchestra of guns and thunder. Wow. I mean, this thing weighs 2250 kilograms and it does 0 to 100 kph in 4.2 seconds, which is insane. It's a bit wobbly, so in terms of handling it's more like this Defender than an AMG GTS, which an X6M comes really close to. So this must be the reincarnation of American muscle in an SUV. I mean, this is crazy. There's nothing like it. The Range Rover Sport SVR also sounds really angry and loud and has a really cool V8 sound, but this is more angry and more impressive or intimidating. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this POV review of this crazy machine. We will be uploading a lot more videos about this car, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't yet over here, and we will see you at the next one. Bye guys.
Nice.
GoPro, stop recording.